what's going on, guys? Welcome back to VGN Studios, home of video game news and technology. I am your host, Izzy, and of course, I'm joined by my lovely cameraman as usual here. And today is more Mario Kart 8. Yay! So we're gonna be showing off some advanced techniques. So we're gonna be going over hard drifting. Hard drifting, soft drifting, high trick, and low trick. So the key quality to these things is that there's four vehicles that only can do hard drifting.
Didn't you say you was gonna use dry Bowser because of your ghost thing?
Yeah, I am, but not yet. Let's see. The four bikes that are good for hard turning is the jet bike, the Yoshi bike, the stupid sport bike, and the comet bike. Now, you may ask, what is hard turning? That sounds really silly. Now, essentially, hard turning just basically means that you cut sharp corners quickly and efficiently as possible. And for bikes, the more they slide, the faster they turn. And that's what you want. But to guarantee that you're moving at maximum speed, you want to have 1 bar of traction. You don't want anything more than that. Because the deal with traction is the less traction you have, the more your bike slides. Now, of course, the more traction.
Well, I'm pretty sure we don't need a lesson in physics. I'm pretty sure people should probably know this by
No,
now.
because Mario 8 handles traction differently. That's why. It's very backwards in Mario Kart.
But honestly, thinking about it, the traction works exactly as you would expect the way physics works.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So, with that being said, the best one to use for this example is the jet bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the jet bike. And of course, the best place to go for testing this out is Mario Circuit. So I'm not gonna go against the Ghost yet. I'm gonna do that in a bit. So I'm gonna start this up. And the first thing I'm gonna show you guys is turning turning the corner without doing any hard turning or soft drifting. And you're gonna notice a big difference. So I'm not gonna use Rocket Start or anything because that's not even important. So now this is just gonna be normal drifting. Whoops, messed that up real quick. See, this is difficult because I don't usually do casual drifting. And as you notice, it's very late. It comes out very delayed. So now I'm gonna do it with actual hard turning plus soft drifting. And just like that, before even reaching the first coin, already red sparks. And before that, on the other turn that I just did, it took way longer to execute. So to give you guys a good example on how exactly that works, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna erase my ghost. So of course I'm gonna go back to dry browser. And to give you guys so you guys fully understand the difference, I'm gonna put this bike.
The vermin.
Yes, this is a fire hopping bike. And you're just gonna really see the big difference between just regular drifting with a normal bike and versus like the soft drifting. Now as you can clearly see, that ghost is far, far ahead. Because it doesn't matter how hard you try to drift with these other kind of bikes, they just can't catch up. that's it for that one. As you can see, this bike is clearly can't even nowhere near catch up to a soft drifting bike. So another example of this, I'm gonna do another one.
Like I said, no matter how many times I look at this, I feel like this is something people already know by now.
Actually, they don't. Um, I'm gonna do it this time with the jet bike. Actually, do I want to use the jet bike? Actually, no. I'm gonna go with the special bike. And now this time, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna casually drift without the hard turning. But there's gonna be a bigger difference between the varmint and the Yoshi bike. But still, it's not gonna be good enough to catch up to the bike that's soft drifting. Oops, that was just bad. But that's the point of that. Let's see. I'm gonna switch the vehicle again. This time I'm gonna use the sport bike because the sport bike is actually faster than the jet bike. But the jet bike gets a special boost and a stat that's not visibly shown on screen, and that's boost. And basically, that's the reason why the jet bike is called, well, the jet bike. It gets a 1.5 boost to anything that has to do with, well, mushrooms or any kind of, thing that has to do with turbos, basically. So this time, I'm going to actually soft drift with the ghost. Oops, that was bad. Yeah, that sucks because I messed up that one time. That was my fault.
Pretty weak on the recovery, but I think people get the distance idea.
Yeah, it's much different. The last thing to cover is basically
The last thing that's left on the list is the comet.
is the yeah the comment and high trick and low trick. So basically, the difference between high trick and low trick is when you high trick with a bike, you gain more altitude, but you lose a lot of speed. And because bikes should always be on the ground, a bike never is supposed to leave the ground. So make sure you always keep it towards the floor. Anytime your bike is off the floor, you're gonna suffer a whole lot. So what you want to do is you want to low trick. So in order to low trick, you want to just tap the ZR button as light as possible when going off of any boost pad or any ramp, and that'll make you boost super fast and keep the bike towards the ground. And that's essential. I noticed a lot of people make mistakes because majority of people like to hold the button when they do tricks, and it forces the bike to go very high in the air, and that's really bad. So if you like to use bikes, don't do that. Just low trick.
Again, like after 3 years, again, I feel like this is something people should know by now.
People don't. You'd be surprised. And that's
Either
about
that or
it.
you're just assuming differences based on people you raised.
You'd be surprised the amount of people that actually don't know that. And another high trick. And notice how when I did the high trick, the ghost just passed me. If I would have did it lower towards the ground, then I would have stayed in front. And that's about that. That's about the point to that. And that should cover everything.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it for now.
All right then.